What I want everybody to do is take out a sheet of paper, and you have 3 minutes to write a piece of literature. It needs to be legible, and your time starts now.
Scott Carpenter is my favorite professor on this campus.
I have taught this course every year since I came to Carleton. So Literary and Cultural Studies has every year this course, the Introduction to Critical Methods. It's been my favorite course. It's often the only class in its department, and in fact it's not officially a department. We are, as far as I know, the only little program that exists only as an acronym in the catalog.
It's a course that's trying to cover a lot
about how it is that one actually reads literature, or how one might go about interpreting culture.
We talked about the approach that people take to creating something that helped us to then come at it as readers, pull out what will be meaningful, and then turn that into a sort of creation of more meaning.
It's sometimes nice for students who are in fairly small programs. Suddenly we bring everybody together.
That's simultaneously been extremely advantageous and extremely challenging.
And they realize that there's actually a community of people who are interested in the interpretation of language and culture and literature and events.
The backgrounds that come in there really help to broaden my perspective of what language contributed to understanding, meaning, and knowledge, and vice versa.
I find it extraordinarily playful, and my particular approach has been to try to incorporate really practical exercises into the class. Ways of looking at things with puzzles, or the exercise that we did today, where we actually get to do something, try our hand at it, and then theorize. So the course operates in a cyclical fashion.
We read this one story.
In this case, it's John Lahiri's Hell Heaven.
We wrote one paper on it, and systematically throughout the course we're writing 3 more papers on it.
The 4 students have to write 4 papers on the same story.
Each of them taking a different approach to the analysis and interpretation.
The idea is that they find that there's actually something new to say each time.
You'll write a paper for a class, and you kind of put it aside. This is kind of a chance to return to that paper.
We've kind of stepped around the story and are seeing it from different angles.
Redefine what you've done and approach it in a new light.
Then you end up feeling that you have a pretty comprehensive view of the story.
This is a really important class for being a student.
Perhaps the sort of Holy Grail is to frame a question usefully.
Just in the way that I experience the world, knowing how and where and when to gather meaning from whatever is out there.
The idea here is that we get many opportunities to look at different ways of asking these questions.
I've been telling all my friends that they should take this course, not only because Scott Carpenter teaches it, but because it's really important to having a meaningful experience.
And with luck, by the end of the course, we'll have hit upon 1 or 2 things that people find especially useful, and that they'll be able to add to their toolkit for understanding the world around them.